Hello my friends, this time we will talk about AmiBridge. What is AmiBridge? AmiBridge is Icaros Desktop compatibility layer for classic Amiga applications. Enough said, that's the component which allows to run all the Amiga games, demos and programs. This time we will concentrate on AmiBridge configuration because our goal this time will be running classic Amiga workbench applications and not games or demos which are far easier to play. As you can see, we have already updated Icaros to a work in progress version of the next update, so we are talking about 2.0.1, but most of the things that we will explain this time we will apply also to the main release, so to v2.0 as well. Well, AmiBridge has it is already configured in Icaros Desktop. Starts in this manner. If I want to start the compatibility layer, I have to run either the Icaros M68K script or the Wanderer 68K script. What are the differences? In reality, Wanderer 68K will run Icaros to the full-blown 68K system. So we will have Wanderer, we will have everything loaded as we had started it on a real Amiga. The Icaros M68K script, on the other hand, we will run the emulation layer exactly as we have configured it. So when we install Icaros Desktop and we don't do any modification, we will load Icaros or Wanderer exactly at the same way. So we will concentrate for now on the Icaros M60K. If we run it, we will start Janus, and a few seconds later we will have a Wanderer appearing on the screen. We will have this message which will allow to continue or to quit emulation. As we can see, we have a Wanderer. We can clean up things to have everything okay, and as we may see, we can run from the work directory Icaros default 68K application. As we may see, we have also directory Opus for the Amiga, but this time we won't run it, just to show you that you can actually add other 68K application. For instance, we have in this drawer Amiga Writer demo, and we can run it. So we can create a new document. We can zoom in to see a better way. Hello. It's quite comfortable here and quick. Let's cut it here. Okay, and quick. And now we can close the application. Settings. Quit. Okay. Now that quit, we can quit emulation here. This will close Janus that has disappeared also from here. Well, now we can also decide to make things differently. If you remember the old versions of Icaros Desktop, we had the chance to choose a different preset for AmiBridge. Presets are, in practice, little scripts that enable or disable a bunch of options altogether. We have moved the ability to choose preset straight to the AmiBridge option here in AmiStart. So we can choose preset loader, click choose a preset, and now go for integration. Integration allows you to run classic applications seamlessly on the Icaros Desktop. So we can choose save, and we can finally start Icaros or Wanderer again. If we run Wanderer, we will have Wanderer loaded quite similarly as we've seen in the past, but now we'll concentrate again on this option. Let's run Icaros MC8K, and we will see this message running not on the Icaros 68K environment, but instead on the Icaros screen. So we can now open again our application, and if we want to run any Amiga 68K application, since we are using Magellan this time, we have to right-click and to choose Vubu Run, because if we try to run it directly, all we will get is just this error message. So once we have run the application, we can load and do whatever we like, as if it was a real Icaros application. Okay, that's quite right. So let's close this demo. Let's close the application. Sorry for taking all this time, and let's quit emulation. Another thing that we can do with Icaros Desktop 2, 0 and 1 is running this way Icaros or Amiga Forever without any problems at the startup. For instance, we can go to the preferences, choose Icaros settings, go to the AmiBridge panel and choose Icaros M60K, and we can also disable welcome message and choose show nothing. This way we can now reboot Icaros, wait for some minutes, have Janus loading, and we are now ready to go. We can use AmiStart, go in the extra 68K application, which hide our 68K application, run, for instance, Ignition, which is a classic Amiga program. And as you can see, it's running. So we can choose a font. Sorry. Hello, I am a classic Amiga program and iWork, for instance. Okay, insert numbers and choose this formula to have the result of a sum of all these fields. Well, I can quit the application. No, I don't want to change it. And as you can see, Janus we will keep open, so I can now stop, reset the emulator and quit it. So I can quit. Now we want to integrate Amiga Forever, because there are programs that under Icaros don't work very well, so we will like to integrate Amiga Forever. We obviously need the Amiga Forever CD. In Icaros Desktop 2.0 and upwards, we can easily transfer the ISO file, mount it in ICD0, and voila, having it on our desktop. But to integrate it, we have to use our common script. So let's choose Amiga Forever and wait. Okay, now we have to enable the coherency mode if we like it. Anyway, something that we should do is syncing Amiga resolution with the Icaros resolution. But well, let's click OK and wait. Janus will be opened, and we will have the Amiga's screen mode preference panel opened. We will have this time 2 pointers. Sorry for this duplicated pointer, but this is happening just here, so please ignore it and choose the right resolution. We are using this resolution on the host, so we will go to use this resolution, this same resolution, also on the guest. So let's click on save and wait for the script to finish. Okay, script is actually finished. We have just to close its window. Now we will see that some new voices appeared on the AmiBridge menu. We will find the workbench voice. We will find the screen mode option, but we will find also the Amiga OS script here, which now acts exactly like the Icaros M68K script, but for Amiga OS. In the past, everything was managed by this workbench script only. With starting with Icaros 2.01, this new Amiga OS script gets introduced. We can click it, and as we can see, we will now have the Amiga OS loaded without anything. We don't have any message, we don't have anything on the screen, but Amiga OS is running in the background. So if we would like to run any Amiga application, maybe the ones that have been installed by Amiga Forever and that have been integrated into Icaros, we can go to the 60K drawer. We can see that we have these new two drawers available, and we can run programs coming with Amiga Forever. For instance, we can run Amiga AMP. We can run, for instance, a web, and so on. So, as we can see, and a single pointer, you see, we are now able to run Amiga OS as well, not only Icaros. We can now exit and decide to stop. Another option that is quite new for AmiBridge. Sorry, now we can also unmount these, or since we don't need it anymore. So what I was saying, another new option for AmiBridge, which is rather new, are shortcuts. Shortcuts allow to run a single application in a sandboxed environment. So for instance, we want to choose to create a shortcut for ignition, and so we can choose the ignition application, okay? And since we have already integrated Amiga Forever, we can now choose when we create a shortcut which operating system we would like to use in the emulation environment. So since ignition is configured to run under Icaros, we will choose Icaros, okay? But if we create another shortcut, and for instance we won't create one for Amiga AMP, for instance, we can choose Amiga AMP, okay, and choose Amiga OS. We have loaded Amiga OS, so for now we can run Amiga OS software. So for instance, we can run this, we can run this, we can run this one, and we can run this one. But as you can see, this one doesn't work really well. So, okay. They are all Amiga OS application, and we are sure about this because they are a little different from the other ones. You can see fonts are different and so on. Now that we have a whole Amiga OS environment loaded, we need to use Icaros to run, for instance, ignition. Okay. So the best thing we can do is using our shortcut. I can run straight ignition, have Janus V showing that we are to run ignition, okay, and wait. Then we have Icaros running ignition. So in a nutshell, we can have both Icaros 68K engine running a single application and Amiga OS 3.x running in the same environment, and everything is working on the Icaros desktop. So everything seems coherent and integrated, with even the same desktop theme on Windows. So everything seems really running on the same environment, even if it's not actually doing. Okay, so let's quit both instances of Janus